has been tased by the Horseman, but here comes RoboCop, Bob.
Sid Vicious, Ole Anderson.
World Championship Wrestling in the 90s was so much fun growing up. In this video, I'm going to be covering all the merchandise, action figures, and all the fun nostalgia that WCW brought in the early 90s.
Then step into the ring and take on Sting. There's me and my rival, the Nature Boy Ric Flair. And there's a total package, Lex Luger, plus more WCW wrestlers with their own ring and cage. The only place for the ultimate grudge match.
The WCW action figure line was produced by Galoob from 1990 to 1991. These figures didn't have any movable features, just a solid plastic pose. The first series was released in the United States in 1990. You've probably seen this set at every toy show. Here it is here. 12 figures total. Great set. Great series to be released. And like I said, this was released in 1990 from Galoob. They released the Slam Action Wrestling Arena ring here. Great ring. Love the size. Love the red cage. You could fit all your figures in here. The very first edition of Series 1 did have a package variant saying presents the superstars of NWA instead of the superstars of WCW. So that's the very first editions of this series. You'll see that in the lower right-hand corner of the card. It'll say NWA, which is out there. Here's the ad with El Gigante and Big Josh. Here's another fun ad. You got the Stinger up front there. All of the figures released in the line came packaged with the WCW Championship belt. All the championship belts are the same except for the belt package with Dustin Rhodes having a longer belt. Here are my Stings I have on display. Here are 5 of my favorite Galoobs. The blue, orange, yellow, and black Sting. And, of course, Doom. Right here you got Butch Reed, Ron Simmons. Love this tag team. Love this version of them in the Galoob line. All 5 have the belts. Like I said, the Dustin Rhodes has a longer belt, 9 notches compared to the normal size with the 6. Here's my Sting on card with the orange pants. There you see what I was saying before. Presents the superstars of WCW in the corner. This is a WCW card, not an NWA card. Look at this card. Love it. Here's my number 1 Galoob. Sting in the blue. Love this card. Love the notebook print almost. WCW, the Galoob logo in the corner. This is my favorite Galoob.
This one started out as an Australian rules.
The second series featured most of the original figures from Series 1, but some of them had different color ring attire, which were all released exclusively in the United Kingdom. 10 of the 12 original figures were re-released in different ring attires for Series 2. Here you see the unreleased Tom Zink in the orange and the Luger there. Those are unreleased figures. I'm not going to dip too much into the unreleased. Just wanted to show you some of the promos for these. Here's the big 12-inch figures. You got Luger, Flair, Sting, and Sid. I had all 4 of these at one point, but I've sold all 4 at toy shows over the past couple of years. But these are awesome to own. If I was to get any of these 4 back, I would get the Stinger, of course, which I had. Great addition to the Galoob line. Awesome, heavy-duty figures.
Lex Luger, Missy Hyatt couldn't have said it better. You're the United States champion. You're the number 1 contender for the one and only World's Heavyweight Championship.
Here's the unreleased Galoob PN News. I love this figure. I feel like I should show him here. Here's the prototype that was never released of PN News. PN News was a fan favorite in the early 90s. He screams nostalgia. Look at that getup. The gear, the blue, the green, the pink, the red. Awesome 90s wrestler. Yo, baby, yeah. Let's all say it, yeah. Yo, baby, yeah. Here's another one. Diamond Stud, Scott Hall. Wish this figure was released. Same thing with this Luger here. I like the head on this figure in the pre-ring outfit. So these were unreleased, never released. Like I said, I don't want to get too much into it, but wanted to show these here.
here to accomplish something. I did not accomplish it. Still don't know who he is. I don't know why he wants me. I don't know why he can't just fight me man to man, take his mask off or whatever it is. Just get down and dirty in the middle of the ring. I don't know what his deal is.
WCW Wrestling Champs. Hug 'em, bop 'em. Here is Sting. I have never owned this wrestling buddy. The WCW Wrestling Champs when I was a kid, I can never find. Here's Ric Flair. Here is Sid. Especially the Sid. And, of course, the Rick Steiner. Very rare, very hard to find. Awesome pieces to own as a kid. Here's an unreleased Sting. Or it might have been released, I'm not too sure. I figured I'd show it here. Like the Thick Paint Wrestling Champs. Sting buddy here. Pretty cool. Here's another version of him. Unreleased. I don't think this one was released either. The Stinger. Wrestling buddies. Everything about this screams the 90s. Love the belt on the figure there. Great piece of wrestling history here. Unreleased. Here's Luger on the ad. Get into the ring with the champs. Take it to the max. Toy Max released these in the early 90s. These were great wrestling buddies. Wrestling buddies were a huge thing in the early 90s if you were a kid. These were a little more harder to find. Not as easy to find, for sure.
And you know something? This Slam Jam stuff is unbelievable! Oh, this is the Stinger, and I want you to stay tuned for more World Championship Wrestling. Woo!
Here are the infamous hero heads. How cool are these things? Hogan, Sting, Vader. Basically like big bop-em heads. Look at this Vader. Oh my god. So awesome. Stinger, Hogan. The only time I've seen these was with Matt Cardona. I think he owns the Vader and the Sting. The Hogan I've never actually seen. I would love to own that Vader hero head one day. Such an awesome piece. Here's another unreleased piece I figured I should show. WCW World Championship Wrestling Soft Pillow Pals. Hogan, Flair, Sting, and Vader. Same thing. I would love to own that Vader.
When I take a look at these two guys, I think back on how I really liked the Sting with the painted face. I like the young Sting that was full of fire and drive.
WCW Just Toys Bend-Ems. Here's the Stinger on card. This is what the action figure card looked like for all the Bend-Ems. Here is the back of the card. All the guys that were included in the World Championship Wrestling Bend-Ems line from Just Toys. Sting, Luger, Anderson, Sid, Flair, Barry Windham, Butch Reed, Ron Simmons, Pillman, Rick Steiner, Scott Steiner, and Tom Zink, the Z-Man. I had all these at one point. One of the toy shows I did, I think it was 2015 or 14, I actually bought all these on card. Great set. Love the Bend-Ems. Love that the Bend-Ems are making a comeback.
It's coming. An evening of unspeakable horror. It's coming. Terrifying destruction. A howling good time with the monsters of professional wrestling.
I have never seen this in person. I think it's such a great old school WCW piece. WCW Wrestling Showdown action playset. Voice belt, 2 WCW wristbands, membership card, WCW headband. Such a great wrestling piece, a WCW piece from Toy Max. Like I said, I've never seen this in person. This is such a great piece of WCW history here with the toy line. Love the art on the box. Love how the colors pop on here. You got the old school Toys R Us sticker on there. It doesn't get any better than that. I figured to wrap this video up with this photo. This is what this video is all about here. WCW Nostalgia, retrospective, flashback of WCW merchandise, WCW history. This photo sums it up here. It's got a little bit of everything. The microphone, the squirt guns. So many great pieces here. So much great memorabilia. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning into my channel. Wanted to shed some light on how awesome the WCW toy line was and all the toy merchandise. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Stay straight with the static.